little bit short. Might have been partially blocked by Emmanuel Terry.
I like the first sequence by James, trying to make it tough on Christopher, just getting in a stand, staying in front, and then challenging once he decided to gather.
James out front, the pin down, well defended that time by Ty Washington. James from deep. Watching Justin James work out down in Miami all summer with Stan Remy at his gym. Working out and playing against a lot of different NBA pros. That three is good, and here comes Houston. They made it a 3-point game.
Okay, Mark Jones, we've seen Holman at the cup as a rim protector. Now facing up and making a three. Young man's giving them good minutes.
Triple handoff Ford. Cross court to James. Little float game off the mark. Ford underneath. There's Houston, and he cashes out with the three. Sure to make head coach Jamal Mosley happy to be joining us here in a minute. Houston, the sharpshooter out of Michigan.
He has delivered what they said he would be, which is a guy who can make threes consistently.
Started 34 games for the Wolverines last year. Whistle and a foul going to go against the Magic. We're going to bring in Jamal Mosley now. Joining us here at the table, Coach, let's talk about Paolo Banchero and what you've seen from him tonight. What do you like about the way he's played?
Well, his easy decision making. Okay. He's willing to make the simple play, the simple pass, not trying to do too much early on, getting himself a good feel for the game.
He seems like he's a guy that you could move and around the floor, elbow off the deck. We saw him make a play in transition at full speed, pitch it to the corner. How do you see you guys taking the best advantage of what is a multifaceted game?
Well, that's it right there. Coach Mervis did a great job right there, running a couple of timeout plays for him, putting him at the elbow, putting him on the post, allowing him to make decisions. But like you said, getting it out in transition. You got to continue to rebound the basketball so he can push up the break and make those quick, easy decisions in transition.
Tell us about what you've seen at the defensive end from him. He's been guarding Jabari Smith a lot of the time.
Well, the great part about it is he's willing to take on a challenge. He's talked about and asked about how to become a better defender, and you know he's willing to take those challenges on. His ability to slide his feet.
Okay, you can get in trouble. Take 5 seconds in.
Taylor's doing exactly what we need him to do. Step into a shot with confidence. You know, and again, that ball starts to move a little more. Guys feel comfortable taking their shots versus playing one-on-one basketball. Now we got to sit down and get a stop. Get out and look to run.
You were telling us before the game, you know, R.J. Hampton's a guy in his third year, doesn't have to be here, chooses to put himself out. Number one, what do you like about that? And also, what have you seen from him tonight?
You know, early on, he started out, you know, trying to speed things up a little bit too much, and then he settled down, got himself in the game. And I know he talked about it a little earlier. These guys, it's their first game playing 5-on-5 in months. So just getting out there with the teammates, catching their second win, you know, that's what he had to do, just settle himself down and, you know, do the things he's capable of doing, making the simple and easy plays.
Another deep three and another shot by Holman. Coach, this is year 2 for you coming up. Tell us what seeds of your culture do you feel that you've built successfully in year 1 and are going to grow here in year 2 with this cast of youngsters coming through?
I think the foundation of being laid is just the way we're going to work the way in which we're going to work every single day. Understanding that win or lose, we have the same amount of pressure defensively, the same amount of activity defensively, offensively being willing to share the basketball. But again, us understanding how we have to work, coming in and competing. There you go, young brother. Us being able to compete nightly, but again, doing that with that sense of joy. Like you see our guys rooting for one another, our guys from a roster that are here, pushing these guys, willing to work every single day, supporting one another. I think it's just fantastic with this group of guys.
Jalen Suggs was with our Cassidy Hubbard earlier tonight. I know you guys send these young men home with things to work on, things to think about. What did you say to Jalen Suggs as he steps away and tries to continue to develop?
Well, the thing with Jalen, again, it's a big portion of these guys slowing down and reading the game a ton. Now, obviously, we talked about him as well, working on continuing to work on his shot. But again, he's got to be the guy that, you know, decision-making, slowing down, letting the game come to him more than anything.
Coach, we're coming up on a break. We want to thank you for joining us. And I tell you what, I'm really impressed by your ability to go one-on-one in the post against Paolo.
Well,
Some of that practice video, man. Hey,
Well, you know,
the stopper's on the sideline.
it's only on defense because I'm not touching the ball on offense. I can tell you that right now.
Hey, folks, if you don't believe me, okay, we can show you some of Coach Mosley's defensive work here against the #1 pick. Paolo, he's on lockdown right here. He's not getting anything.
And he's talking smack.
Back after this. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys.